Yeah. You made it. Glad to see you here. End of the year. How we doing? My boy George J back in the building.
Yep. This is going to be the ultimate 2023 recap. All right.
Mancave style, baby.
Everything and anything that happened that's worth talking about, we will cover. And if we didn't talk about it here, it wasn't worth talking about.
Dead ass. Pop culture. Yeah. You really got to break this Barbenheimer thing down for me, bro.
Barbenheimer, bro. You don't know what Barbenheimer is?
Were they both released on the same day?
Yes, they were. It was a head-on-head.
Who won? Barbie, right?
Barbie won. Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah, 100%.
Easily.
There's no way. I mean, we know which one was the better movie.
Which was the better movie?
Barbie.
I want to say people cried for Barbie, so I don't know.
Women cried for Barbie. Japan cried for Oppenheimer. Oh, shit. Huh?
Wow. Holy shit.
That's kind of fucked, is it?
Compare it to some of the other shit you've said, it's probably right in line. Might be top 2 worst shit you've said, though.
Yeah, but Barbenheimer, you know, it's definitely kickstarted, I think, cinema again. Like theater, going to the movies. That was definitely dying.
That's true. I mean, it was dead since COVID.
Yeah.
COVID
and, you know, when I went to the theaters to go watch Barbie, that shit was jam-packed. And it wasn't just for Barbie. It was obviously for Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
And then I went to go watch Oppenheimer about a week later, still packed.
Wow.
And I was like, it's kind of rare nowadays that you see the movie theater packed 2 weekends in a row.
Did you see Barbie by yourself?
Of course not.
Oh,
I'm a maniac. I don't need to be on any watch list here.
Are you less of a man if you go watch Barbie by yourself?
If you're a hetero, straight male man.
Yeah. Alpha.
Yeah.
Not a blue pill.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
If you fit that criteria, you go and watch Barbie by yourself. Yeah.
Better question. Would Kevin Samuels go see Barbie by himself? No shot.
No. I don't even think he'd be able to roll his dead body in there. We are drawing on this episode. I'm sorry.
What the fuck,
This fucking shit won't pass through.
Wow. Damn, George. That's kind of crazy.
Bring it back, because that's two crazy things back to back.
Actually, lean all the way in.
We're not even fucking 3 minutes in.
Say end of the year, you know, maybe YouTube will give us a pass.
Finish
Probably
crazy.
not.
But yeah, that was definitely something to talk about. Made people want to go to the movies again. Barbenheimer.
Okay. I see why you put it that way, because there were 2 movies that kind of sparked the country's interest in theater again.
Yeah, there was a story fucking silly.
What?
Where there was a woman who apparently had this phobia of leaving her house.
Okay.
And she overcame that phobia to go watch Barbie.
She full of shit.
Yeah.
Did you ever see Better Call Saul?
Yeah.
So remember his brother had a phobia of electricity? Yeah, get the fuck out of here. He's full of shit. Sorry, if it's a real disease, I apologize.
I think anything is real, I think.
Still like bullshit.
It's kind of where we are right now.
Yeah.
So. All right, so keep it moving. Barbenheimer.
Yeah.
Checked off the list.
And then Jada, of course.
Oh, Jesus.
Back in the news, 2023, said Will couldn't make her happy.
Is she the villain of the year? If we're going to go ahead and try to think about the villain of the year.
She might be, bro. I don't think there's anybody more diabolical. Like, she was able to successfully keep her family intact, all the while shitting on her husband.
That is some villainous shit.
Nonstop.
Yeah.
It's almost like she's a fucking Jedi. She's like, yeah, well,
fucking Sith.
You're a piece of shit. Go make me a sandwich, and then smile on camera when it's time for our red table.
Like
talk.
I told you, the fact that these people took Christmas pictures together as if it was regular. She wasn't out here talking shit on him for fucking months.
Yeah,
is insane.
That's crazy. I gotta pull this video up. She literally said that Will could not make her happy. But I want you to hear the reason as to why she said Will can't make her happy.
Last month's massive solar flare added
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm gonna upgrade to YouTube Premium, I promise.
If Will looked back and was trying to give me whatever the hell it was I was asking for, he wouldn't have been able to accomplish it anyway. Because if I'm not connected to myself, if I don't have a good relationship with me, there's nothing he can do. So I was gonna be asked out anyway. You know what I'm saying?
So because she's a broken human being, there's nothing that he can do to kind of make her happy.
Exactly.
Which makes sense because if you're that broken, there's really nothing else anybody else can do.
Exactly.
But it's also like you shouldn't really expect that one of your husband, which it doesn't seem like she does. She doesn't really expect anything from him.
No, she doesn't.
But yeah, I mean, I understand why she would like how she feels, but I don't think you should be in a relationship with anybody at that point. You got to fix yourself first. You need some heavy therapy.
Or how about if you have enough like awareness to recognize that you have a problem, how about you shut the fuck up?
Also, I think we're stepping into the realm of narcissism.
Oh, we've been here, bro.
Where it's like, I don't even know if what she's saying is true in this video. She just says shit now.
So she could just be saying it just from even more attention.
Exactly. Yeah. Where it's like, well,
it's a never-ending spiral.
It's a different way to shit on Will,
God.
and she's going down a list the same way we are today on our fucking 2023 recap. She's going down a list where she's like, all right, I use that one to shit on Will. Let me see. I'm a broken person, and he could never really do anything to make me happy. Let's go on that one on this one.
Next one is his dick is small. Like, that's the only thing left on the list. She then literally destroyed the man in every other way. Said somebody else was basically the love of her life without saying it. Said that, well, she didn't say, but she showed that she'd rather be with a younger man. What else is left?
Villain of the year, you go to Jada.
She's basically Thanos, but instead of a gauntlet, she has a dildo. She's just destroying Will.
Fucking Tupac shaped dildo.
Oh, they got a bandana. Yeah, you gotta break this Bad Bunny situation down for me, man, because this is like a heavy Latin issue. This
so I mean, Bad Bunny was with what's her name, Kendall Jenner, and
I remember,
Spanish women were not happy. They were like, "Oh, dude, you can do so much better. I don't know why you're with her." Apparently, obviously, they view her as just like a woman that just hops from guy to guy to guy, who's at their peak at that moment. So let me just hop on this train until he's no longer at that peak. Hop on to the next one. And I've said it before on this podcast. I'm not mad at it. If you get to that level of like fame and celebrity status,
go get whoever you want.
Yeah, I mean, test the waters with with Kendall Jenner. See if the hype is there.
I mean, but it makes sense for her. She's so used to the people working in her house speaking Spanish that she might as well know what a Spanish guy.
But she only knows one word, like limpiar. But
wow,
but it did get to the point where it was like, even as a guy, I was like, not cool, sad to see. When they were, I forget what basketball game, and he's like trying to lean over to talk to her, and she's like kind of like ignoring him and talking to some other dude, and it was like a bad look all around.
Wait, and I'm gonna sound ignorant, but does he speak English? I've only ever heard his music in Spanish.
Yeah, he speaks English.
Okay. I didn't know. All the music I've heard from Bad Bunny has been in Spanish.
Yeah, I mean, he speaks English. It's broken English.
Okay,
but so and I think he even said in one of his songs that they don't really need to talk that much because they're busy fucking anyway. Was I think what he was saying.
Well, no wonder she's not talking to you, bro. She don't want to be in the fucking song,
right? But so that was a whole thing this year. There is one other thing as far as Hispanic women. I'll just say that. Did you hear? I don't know if we ever talked about it. It's not on the list. Shakira catching her husband cheating because she had jam in her fridge.
She had jam?
So she had jam in her fridge, right? And she went on like a tour to do something. And when she came back, her jam was a little lower than when she left, right? And this is the jam that her husband doesn't like. So she's like, who fucking ate my jam? And after, I guess, interrogating him, she found out that it was a woman who was there eating her jam.
This sounds so freaky. Another woman was eating her jam.
So she found out because her jam was lower when she came back.
Wild ass, loser ass way to get caught cheating.
Yeah, bro. And it sparked some TikToks. Like I had seen girls joking about like marking shit in their fridge while they leave and then come back to see if it's a safe spot. But that was it's not on the list. It wasn't too crazy, but it did happen.
Well, this is what you're supposed to do, ladies. You only buy shit that he's allergic to. In this way, if he eats it, he's gonna die. But if it is eaten and he's still alive, you already know someone else is in the house. Yeah, no brainer, win-win. Oh man, let's stick with the celebrity shit for right now. We got Two Gun Morant back in the NBA.
Oh, is he back in there?
He's back. He's actually been snapping, and knocking down hella shots like with the basketball.
Oh, now okay.
Yeah. Nah, you know what's funny is that his jersey number is 12. I guess they call him, his nickname is 12, but that's also how he refers to the police.
So funny.
12.
Yeah.
Yo,
that's why he got that issue.
Bruh.
My man is like, he's been trying so hard to be like, yo, I'm kind of a thug. And then everybody's like, we know where you come from.
Right.
Like, you not.
Right.
And then your jersey's 12. It's
Right.
like not helping the situation, guy.
You got to lean into it. Yo, he actually, as of today, his team is undefeated since he's been back. So
good for him.
The NBA is definitely sucking him off right now, giving him all kind of glory after they shit on him for a whole year. And, I'm happy for him. I hope that he stays out of trouble. He's a young black dude. I can imagine that he has a lot of shit that's going on, but man, I don't mind seeing him holding up I think people the
always
in the IG live. I don't mind seeing that every now and then.
You want a combination of the two?
Yeah.
Shoot your shot
Shoot your shot.
and then keep your shooter over
Keep the
there.
excitement alive. Yeah, that's how he oh, your boy Matt Rife.
Your boy, not my guy.
Yeah, that's your boy. That's your boy. Yo, it's so hypocritical that women tried to cancel him this year. Like they claim that they made his career, and at the same time they don't like the fact that he's talking about them. So it was cool for him to shit on everybody else.
Yeah.
And now,
I mean, that's how it works, right? Like, as long as you make fun of everybody else but me, I'm cool with you. But once you target me and what I stand for, now it's not funny.
Well, you and I aren't like that. We talk about each other all the time.
Yeah, but that's because we're men.
So it only applies to men and men from all walks of life.
That's what it sounds like.
That's kind of crazy. Nah, did you ever see the actual joke that got him in trouble?
I have not actually.
Let me
Small
play
business owners who want to save time
like
and
another
money on
ad
professional
here.
services, also known as error.
I feel like a lot of people are gonna miss it.
Thank you so much, man. Washington, D.C. We're doing Netflix, baby. We're doing it.
All women in the applause.
This is so cool, man. I wish my grandpa could see this, man. I always wanted to bring him here to visit. He knew how much I love DC, and he loved Maryland. It was like his favorite state, which is a valid response unless you've been to Baltimore. Because
Maryland's the worst state in America.
dude, the fuck is going on in Baltimore, dude? Maryland as a state cannot pick a tone, dog. Just pick one. It's so beautiful and so ratchet for no reason. Can y'all just pick a tone, man? All of Maryland. Y'all will drive to the beach with your top down and then go to Baltimore and lock all your doors, dude. Like, no middle ground ever.
Deadass.
I've only been to Baltimore one time. I ate lunch there, and the hostess who seats you at the restaurant had a black eye. A full black eye. And it wasn't like, what happened? Yeah, it was pretty obvious what happened. And we couldn't get over the fact that we're like, this is the face of the company? Like, this is who you have greeting people? And my boy who I was with was like, yeah, I feel bad for her, man. I feel like they should put her in the kitchen or something where nobody has to see her face, And I was like, yeah, but I feel like if she could cook, she wouldn't have that black eye. So, just testing the water, seeing if y'all are gonna be fun or not. Just wanted to see. I figured we start the show with domestic violence. The rest of the show should be.
And you were wrong.
I got it.
And you were dead ass wrong.
Is it a funny joke?
No,
it's okay. I guess. It's
a
a basic
you could
joke.
do it better.
Yeah, it's
you
a
could
very
do it better.
basic joke. Like a person like myself with no prior comedian, I can make that joke on this podcast.
Yeah. Do you think that is enough to get him canceled? First of all, let me say I can't even believe that they're still canceling people.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no. There's been so much way worse shit said. I think by him. So that's not even like the worst thing that he has said.
Right.
But definitely hurt some feelings, I'm sure.
Yeah.
You know, somebody out here that might have caught it left or right because they didn't make some macaroni salad the right way is going to be a little upset. Now I'm backing him, right? Like I'm just reiterating his joke.
Oh my God.
It's like sure, jokes are going to offend people all the time.
Man.
But it really wasn't the funniest joke.
His whole stand-up was lackluster.
Yeah.
I told you I couldn't make it all the way through.
Yeah.
But I was actually really excited to see it because he had been doing so well on TikTok. I'm like, okay, you've been doing this for long enough now. Hopefully he goes up here and kills. But I couldn't get maybe the first 15 minutes. I was just like, all right, I'm over it. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's kind of crazy. Like that joke is not even that wild. Like,
yeah, it's not a crazy joke. No.
I've
heard some crazy jokes by comedians.
Bill Burr has said a lot.
That's not a crazy joke.
Bill Burr has said a lot of wild shit.
I'm not going to tell you one of the craziest Bill Burr jokes on this because it's not for me to tell. It's his joke. But he said some crazy shit where I'm like, that's crazy to say.
Bro, he made a joke about white women sleeping with black men. And that shit set the whole crowd quiet, right? Like, I'm like, yo, this man is literally untouchable. And I think what works in his favor is that he's not attractive. And he's been doing this for so long. And he's
grandfathered in.
He's legendary in the comedy space, but he's not so big as a person that where people will go out of their way to make his life miserable.
Yeah. I mean, I think there's a good amount of people that don't like him.
Of course.
But there's enough people that fuck with him where he's going to make a killing where he goes. And
for sure.
So yeah, he's just down the line, doing his thing, going out kind of under the radar and in a perfect spot for sure. The people that fuck with him know about him, and the people that don't fuck with him are just going to ignore him.
Dead ass. I feel like Dave Chappelle is in that same space also. Now, I feel like as a celebrity, Dave Chappelle
he's a little
bigger
higher,
status. Yeah. But he's also been saying so much fucked up shit for so long that it's kind of like, oh,
he had a show of fucked up shit. Like, my man, it was just him trying to one up the shit that offended people last week.
Yeah.
For this week, that's all it was.
Oh.
And definitely a show ahead of its time, but I think released, what? Actually, no. I think it came out at the right time. The Dave Chappelle show?
Which you're talking about the actual
Dave Chappelle show. It came out, I think, at the perfect time because people weren't that sensitive. People were able to laugh. It came out now. It would be a nightmare for
it would not
for
make
him.
it past the first season. Dead ass.
Yeah.
It just wouldn't. What else we got in the pop culture? Oh, more celebrity shit. Keke Palmer and her
that whole situation is ridiculous. The amount of women that were like, she wasn't out trying to get no dick. She was just trying to feel good and dress, in clothes that made her feel and look good. And then fast forward, she's in this man's music video talking shit about
that was so wild to me. That was so wild to me. Yo, you just shit all over your baby father. And then
men saw it happening. That's the thing, is like, we were like, yeah, this is what's happening.
Bruh.
And the women were in so much denial.
Yeah, but this is the wildest part about all this shit. You know, they got back together.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
I didn't care enough to follow it. I just cared enough to shit on it.
And now they have restraining orders filed against each other because he's apparently like physically abusive in real life.
Of course.
Yeah. So like, who could have saw that coming? He's on the internet bitching about what she's wearing.
Right.
Like, everybody saw that coming. Yeah. But also, Keke.
Bad decisions all around.
You kind of like, you kind of put everybody in a bad spot with the whole Usher move. Because that shit, I don't know. Like I said before, I wouldn't want my girl on stage clapping ass on Usher lap. I just wouldn't. I can't compete with Usher. I'm just being honest, bro. Right. Like, if he say, "Hey, Mrs. Brown, what's up?" I'm gonna be like, "Listen, bring me home something." Like, try to get like at least 30 mil out this situation.
Right, so we can both win.
I'll take you back. I'm just being honest.
No, I agree. I mean, call it what it is. I'm not cool with that either. It's just like, homie, you can have all the. You want my girl?
Of all the girls in here.
What are we doing here? Yeah.
Usher's
Keke
a whore.
Palmer, that whole situation was fucking ridiculous. It is what it is. I'm just going to leave that one alone.
And then the internet killed off our boy Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, he did die for a little while, didn't he? He was dead for a bit. People was like, y'all might as well say your good grace to Jamie because he's gone.
Yo, why do y'all do that? Why do y'all gotta be the first people to put out incorrect information? It takes literally 2 seconds to realize if something on Google is accurate or inaccurate. And they don't care. They just push it.
Yeah. Let's be the first one.
Yeah. Oh, Jamie Foxx dead, y'all. Y'all got some breaking news live from my TikTok. Jamie Foxx is dead. I talked to his daughter. Well, not really. I listened to her conversation. Like,
Yeah.
y'all are fucking stupid.
And my man was cool.
It was fine.
Fucking
He was recovering.
A few weeks later, my man was talking about, so yeah, we about to finish shooting this movie. It was like, what? I thought you died, bro.
Yo, they did that to so many people. It's actually crazy. Yeah, that shit's gotta stop because you set the whole country in a bad mood. Like Jamie Foxx died.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
You know, it's bad when somebody starts trending on Twitter and the first thing you're like, oh, they dead. It's either they dead or they got charged or being accused of some crazy shit.
Like a secret porn leak. It's usually like if they got a sex tape, you're definitely trending. 100%. Kim Kardashian.
Sexy Red.
Sexy Red got a sex tape?
Yeah, that shit was. You didn't hear about this?
What? How did that not make the list?
I forgot about it till right now. But it was whoever she was fucking had recorded it and put it up on Instagram.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah.
Is he going to jail?
I don't think so. It's down now. People still got it out there, but
Wow.
and motherfuckers, I didn't see it, but I know it was out there, and people were saying it wasn't that good. They was talking about her coochie ain't pink. That's all I was hearing.
Booty hole white. Fuck.
But yes, he definitely had some shit leaked this year.
Sexy Red?
Yeah.
You know what? That actually might up her stock, though.
I'm sure it will.
because it plays to the brand.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
You know? Damn. Okay. It's, I guess, sticking with the theme of sex. You heard about Diddy and his whole shit, right?
A little bit. I actually don't know a lot of information on this.
So, you know, he was dating Christina Milian. I think that's her name. Whatever the girl's name was. They were dating. And then she was allegedly being abused. And he settled out of court, gave her crazy bread.
That's never a good sign.
Yeah.
That is never a good sign.
Because what it says to us as viewers is there's more shit to be found.
Yeah.
And he wants to end this quickly
hush
and
money,
quietly. And like it's coming out now that this big pastor, TD Jakes, old black dude, like prominent pastor, who's like also very successful, very wealthy. He's always with like a bunch of celebrities at all their parties. People are calling him a power bottom, saying basically like he just be running around taking booty. And he like, this is all alleged. We don't know if it's true or not, but like it's becoming like almost like a Jeffrey Epstein situation now where Diddy and all his people are being accused of all this wild shit. And I don't know. I feel like this whole thing could be like the downfall of his legacy if all this shit comes out and it's true.
Look, all I'm going to say about that is this man has, 50 been talking about him being a psycho for years, for real.
Yeah, and then it wasn't like a rumor that he peed on Drake in a movie theater.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Oh my God.
But I've heard Diddy is just a maniac of a person.
I wonder if that's why him and J. Cole were fighting.
Bro, but it's crazy to hear these kind of stories from someone who's such established in like music and basically viewed as a legend.
As an icon.
And it's like, how you been doing what? You know what I mean? Like it's kind of mind blowing.
The face you made is like a concerned parent. Not my child.
Who, Diddy?
Not my Diddy. Not my Diddy. He wouldn't do that.
I know him.
Yeah, he ain't nobody.
So, yeah, that's to hear him do some shit is like, but it's again, we've heard other celebrities say that he been doing this shit.
Yeah.
And I feel like we're just like, it's Diddy. What are you going to do?
Nothing.
Right. But now, him throwing out some hush money is kind of, definitely a red flag.
And the rapper Wale, it's alleged that he was making a music. He was making a song with the girl who sued him, who sued Diddy, and Diddy and his bodyguards came into the studio and threw him over a railing.
He's a villain of the year, maybe. Bro, now I don't know.
Like,
is he
low key?
He might be combating fucking Jada.
That motherfucker like Lex Luthor,
right? Like what in the fuck?
What the fuck is you doing? Dead ass. That's a terrifying experience. I'm sure whatever mental health shit Wale had going on is either caused or worsened by that experience.
Are we gonna slide him into the villain of the year to kick Jada out?
Oh man, we're gonna have to take a poll.
We're gonna have to figure it out. Who's the villain of the year? Diddy or fucking Jada?
I guess we'll keep it going, and I'm gonna ask you, if this fight actually happened, who do you think would win?
Zuckerberg.
You think Zuckerberg would win?
I feel like he's such a not a human anymore.
Yeah,
like
he would probably whip.
I'm sure that he's probably gotten himself some kind of surgery. I don't think he even feels emotion or pain. Like he's not a human.
He's
anymore.
a cyborg.
Yeah. While Elon is still very much a person because
he's transitioning.
Yeah, well, he's losing a lot of money on Twitter. So I don't know how much money he got to kind of transition into a cyborg like what's his name? Zuckerberg is. But
oh man. Actually, apparently Zuckerberg is the real deal in jiu-jitsu. Like he actually trains and shit.
On that level of money, my man's probably like, all right, so I have so much money. I don't know what to do with it. Let me just go become like a professional fighter.
I've already killed people on the internet. I'm going to kill people in real life.
I 100% believe that he can beat Elon Musk in a ring.
And he's like 13, 14 years younger than Elon Musk. Yeah. I would feel some kind of way if a 50-year-old whipped my ass. I'm just being honest.
Yeah. Give him 6 months. I think Zuckerberg got it.
Yeah. He might not even need that. The way dude look, he in the gym every day. Shit. You got
the 6 months was for Elon. My man gonna whoop his ass. He's gonna take X away from Elon, make it back into Twitter, and then make it into whatever it needs to be in order to succeed.
I can already see the meme. Elon is like laying on the ground with his face like looking towards the camera, and Zuckerberg stepping over him. And on the bottom of his boot is a big Facebook, and next to Elon's head is an X. Give me that shit.
Yeah, Zuckerberg all day. He definitely gonna whoop his ass in the ring.
Right. I wonder if everybody was going to feel the same way you feel that Zuckerberg would whoop Elon's ass.
No, I mean, Elon has a cult following.
Yeah, I was say he's a cult following.
He has a cult following for sure.
Right. What else we got? Oh, the freaky llama, the Dalai Lama.
Yeah, I don't know a lot about this story, but I think he was sucking on tongues. Right.
So he was sitting in his chair and his little boy came up and asked for a hug.
Already a red flag.
Little boy asked for a hug. Nothing crazy. And then the Dalai Lama said, "Oh, kiss me on the lips." And the little boy's like, you can see he's like hesitant. He's like, and then Dalai Lama's sticking his lips out, kisses the little boy. This little boy might be like 5, 6 years old. It's very young. Super weird. Mind you, there's a whole crowd of people sitting here watching this shit happen. Mm-hmm. And I'm just like, oh, this is disgusting. So then after he kisses him on the lips, he tells the little boy, suck on my tongue. That is the nastiest shit.
And what is the Dalai Lama?
You know what? I'm going to give you the Google definition.
Because I know I heard the words before. I just don't know who he is and why he's so, like, why do we care?
Dalai Lama.
That he can just out here be doing this shit to kids and apparently it's like, fine.
He's known to the blah, blah, blah. Okay. The highest spiritual leader and head of Tibet. He is considered a living bodhisattva, specifically, I don't know, I can't pronounce any of these words. He's the leader of the monks. And
so he's head monk,
and he's the spiritual leader. He's basically like the Pope.
And so that well, I guess no, this is not cool.
No.
So has there been any like repercussions or anything like that?
Not to my knowledge.
Just letting it slide, keep it moving, keep it grooving.
It's been all over the news, obviously, but nothing's happened to him. They were trying to sweep it under the rug, like, oh, he was just joking, or oh, you guys misunderstood, you taking it out of context. Bruh, you can't take that. Suck on my tongue. I don't care what language you speaking. That's freaky in all of them.
That shit don't run in the courtroom. I don't think it's gonna work anywhere else.
They don't even do that in France, and they invented French kissing. If you start sucking on tongue, they go, ho ho ho.
Oh, oui, oui, oui.
Chocolate ganache. That's the only French word. I'm kidding.
So, yeah, no, that's kind of crazy. I didn't really hear a lot. I did know that tongues were involved. I didn't know the age of the kid. Fucked up. Kind of crazy.
Tongues were involved.
Tongues were involved.
And then to end off our pop culture segment.
Who's the better performer?
Battle of the Heads. Beyonce versus
Tay.
Tay. That's what you call it?
Yep.
T Swizzy. T Swizzy.
Beyonce versus Taylor Swift.
So Beyonce and Taylor Swift both had big ass tours this year. Only one of them has a big ass though. Beyonce's tour, according to Live Nation, grossed $579 million in 56 shows, which is like crazy. 10 million a show. That's unbelievable.
And what did Tay do? Is her numbers up?
Bruh, she damn near doubled Beyonce's with 60 shows. 1.04 billion.
I mean, I guess there it is. The proof is in the pudding. The numbers don't lie. She's the better performer.
Or were you trying to say that white people are better than black people?
The numbers are there. What do you think it is?
I don't know. But I'm just gonna put it out there. Taylor Swift is white. There are more white people in this country than there are black people. I think Taylor Swift's music being pop or whatever it is probably just more appealing.
What do you think Beyonce's music is? It's definitely pop.
It's like pop soul. It's like a fusion.
Okay, so we're gonna throw soul in there to separate it.
The minute as an artist you bring other artists from Africa to perform in your music, you already boxed yourself in. Because white people are like, oh,
don't know about that.
Can't speak that language. Yeah.
They're doing that dance I'm not a fan of.
Too much ass shaking. I'm not going to let my daughter go see this. Taylor Swift, she's dating a good old-fashioned American. Mm-hmm. He's a football player. Mm-hmm. Go Chiefs.
Go Chiefs. Yeah. Kind of crazy. Yeah, I mean, she's obviously... And her movie dropped before Beyonce's movie came out. Who copied who there?
Bruh, I don't think Beyonce copies anybody. I think she just kind of do her own thing. But I want to show you Taylor Swift's response.
This guy will actually get a good night's sleep.
Being better?
To being better.
Get out of here.
Best female video goes to Taylor Swift.
Is it country though?
Yo, Taylor, I'm really happy for you. I'm gonna let you finish. But Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time.
That wasn't this year. I knew that wasn't this year.
No shit.
Fuck. What are you trying to do here? What is your game? I mean, I was like, I questioned it, and then you gave me a little back. Then we had a little back to back.
Yeah.
But that Kanye looked like he still supports black people, so that's why I was like, that can't be the current Kanye.
Yeah, this one's wearing hoods and shit. I don't know what the fuck going on with Kanye.
So there it is.
Oh, man, that moment probably lasted in people's heads for like the next 10 years.
Yeah, I remember like hearing about it in school. I was still in high school when this happened. And okay, so that's why I was like, if you didn't hear my response earlier where she was like, I sing country. I was like, if this is Curry, you're not singing country. But, then it was. Definitely put her on the map. She owes Kanye everything.
Dead ass. Because I don't even think black people were paying attention to Taylor Swift until that shit happened.
And now she's bigger than Beyonce.
Yeah, man. So what do you want to talk about first as far as World news. And a banner comes across and George R is sitting there in a suit.
I mean, biggest thing that we could talk about is, right, the Canada fires bleeding red into the sky.
Bruh, do you know how annoying that shit was?
Oh, I'm sorry. Was it inconveniencing to you while people in Canada were losing homes?
And where?
Canada. Were losing their homes.
Oh, we gonna clip the shit out of you.
And you're up here upset. Keep
Canada. Well, people in Canada. It's just coming outside every day.
Yeah, the thing is, it was like I had like my son was just born. He was a couple months old.
Yeah.
And it was like I didn't really feel comfortable even taking him outside.
As you should.
But if it was that, like I know it was bad here. New York had it horrible. That shit looked like it was from a movie, dude. Like they were in Blade Runner sky type shit, bro.
Dune.
Yeah, dude, it was insane. I don't know how they even survived.
Yeah.
I guess the smoke moved, you know, how it worked.
Air, yeah. Obviously.
Why did they get it worse than everywhere else?
New York?
Yeah.
Because it's how close it is to Canada?
Is there no other places that were closer to Canada than New York?
Literally. Well, New York State is close, not New York City. New York City, I guess, is still kind of close because it's in New York State. But you could literally go through New York and hit Canada. Like the borders are basically
okay.
touching.
It's that close.
Yeah,
right. I didn't know.
Yeah.
I'm not a geographical.
Neither am I, but I know that.
But yeah, that shit was insane. And to keep on the topic of fucking New York, outside of the skies trying to take y'all out, toxicity in the air and the people. Y'all had the flooding situation just a few months ago.
Yeah, y'all was one more.
Y'all was
plague.
combating the elements all year.
Bro, there was one more plague from either being in the Bible or having to call the Avatar Last Airbender.
To be fair, you know how like the plague had what is it? Was it like crickets or some shit?
Yeah.
Y'all got rats. That's y'all version of that shit.
Frogs. Yeah. Yeah, that ass. Nah, New York is just such a wild place. The fact that
New York is GTA.
This is how fucked up New York is, though. They basically had zombies during COVID.
Mm-hmm.
They survived the smog and the floods.
Mm-hmm.
Rats year round. Nobody is leaving.
If anything, people are trying to figure out how to get in.
Bro, nobody. Y'all didn't figure out that this place is trash yet? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, actually, for the people that are in New York and you guys pay $3,500 a month for a fucking shoebox, not thinking about getting out? Not thinking about getting out, even a little bit? You don't think that maybe, hey, this is, I can spend my $3,500 and actually maybe have a house somewhere else in the country?
Bruh. Or at least get a closet. Jesus.
Y'all motherfuckers are living, paying $3,500 for a fucking, not even your own bathroom, probably a shared bathroom in the building.
Yo, real shit. It's like a hallway bathroom with just a toilet. And
yeah,
a sink.
it's like, what are we doing here? Y'all think that's cool, but you live in New York. That's cool.
This is the thing that I hate the most about New York is like, I usually take either the bus or the train in because driving is just ridiculous. But whenever I get to New York, I always gotta piss. None of the stores will let you use the bathroom.
Is that why the whole place smells like piss?
Probably.
Because you can't piss anywhere else but the streets?
Or maybe because their bathrooms, they only have one per every 100 people. So they're just pissing out the window. Who knows?
And it's being occupied already by fucking rats.
I wish
we're going to say here, bro, you guys have a real rat problem in New York, all right?
Bro, I wish I saved the video. One of my homies in New York, his brother-in-law, they had an apartment, beautiful apartment. He literally posted a video on Reddit, I think, where he was holding down the toilet lid and a fucking rat was screaming while he tried to flush it. It was a rat coming through his toilet line. Bro.
So I can't even go take a shit without potential rat penetration? Is that what you're telling me, dude? Why am I here? Why am I paying all this money for this potential penetration by rattage?
By Ratatouille.
It's just not, I don't want it. I don't want to do it.
Yeah, you're trying to make Ratatouille too. This time instead of being on your head.
Ratatouille poo. Fucking crazy, bro.
Yeah, that shit was disgusting. Literally. I was like, I can't even imagine. Just take the toilet. Because I'm putting a bomb in there. You ain't getting out. Dead ass.
All right, so let's keep it moving from New York and the elements trying to take y'all out.
I guess the biggest things that happened this year was we're basically on death's door. World War III, World War IV, all approaching rapidly.
I mean, we've been tiptoeing the World War III line for the last couple years.
It's basically here now. As of today, I think the U.S. just bombed Iraq. So with the Israel-Hamas war and the Ukraine-Russia war, which kind of got swept under the rug, Ukraine lost. I'm sorry if you didn't know that. We're probably about to be really in a fucked up situation.
Hey, as long as we still have podcasts. No, I'm not gonna do it.
I'm gonna give you this one. All right.
At the new year, or start welcome the new year song. All right. But yeah, that's kind of crazy. I didn't even know Ukraine lost. I thought they were still fighting the good fight. I don't follow the news. It's too depressing.
That shit is over, bro.
Yeah,
they're just not.
They took all of our money and lost.
That's why they're not saying anything, because they don't want to look stupid.
I lost half my check and they lost.
Yeah, we gotta really talk about this tax situation here in America. This is getting a little ridiculous.
Vote Republican.
I don't know if that's the answer, but if that's your
what the fuck?
Vote for Joe Biden.
Are we doing that again? Are we letting Mr. Biden, Mr. Can't Ride a Bike, Mr. Stutter on the stage?
I just repeated his monologue. So yeah,
basically, he's not. Oh shit, man!
Yeah, your boy couldn't even ride a bike.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's about to get impeached, just like Trump, and his son
is a maniac.
He's being indicted.
So I don't know a lot about Mr. Hunter.
Yeah,
but I've heard a little bit.
Bro basically is facing like 9 counts of felonies because of taxes, and he apparently bought a gun back in 2018 when he was still getting high as fuck. So that's a huge deal. It's basically like a federal violation.
Yikes!
So he's
part of the first family.
Single-handedly going to make sure that Joe Biden does not win next year.
I don't know. People hate Trump enough where they're overlooking.
Who hate Trump?
I don't.
Mr. Trump, sir,
is he running again?
What the fuck you think?
Isn't he in court right now?
So yes, he had his mugshot taken, but that's Teflon Don, baby. He untouchable. Even though Colorado basically voted that he can't be on the ballot for the general election. Don't quote me. I'm not some fucking historian, but I believe Colorado's trying to keep him from being elected as president.
Can Colorado single-handedly prevent presidency?
I mean, that shit, if it's a tight race between him and whoever decides to run against him, that shit could make or break his situation.
Well, we'll see. Next year is an election year.
Do you know Joe Biden has the worst rating of any modern president with 39% at the end of the year?
How did he win? Rigged?
No. Yeah. I ain't say that. So if y'all gonna sue anybody, we can split the podcast account right down the middle. You sue this side. This side, I think it was a fair and honest election. Mm-hmm. God bless America. There's no place like it.
USA.
Singing that shit all up and down Thailand. My peoples. I'll tell you one thing. You go to another country, your ass gonna be glad to be American. They lock you the fuck up.
I'm never more patriotic than when I'm not in this country.
You're fucking right.
Anytime that I take flight overseas,
I'm like, his passport is blue.
US of A, try me. Half my paycheck go to the military. We ready for this shit.
That ass.
Try me.
Especially if you got some oil. Fuck around and find out.
Let me find out y'all got some oil over here. I'll tell the eagle himself. He come over here and get that shit. Don't fuck around.
That shit funny, but it's sad at the same time. That's what makes it even funnier, bro.
right, so we have Biden, Hunter Biden, and the whole situation.
His
Trump mugshot.
I glossed over the fact that his dog is a homicidal maniac.
I have heard his dog is out here biting people. We gotta put that guy down.
They removed him from the White House because he had multiple situations where he bit somebody.
So we have his dog might be coked up.
He's falling asleep and falling off bikes, literally. And his dog is running around being a fucking terrorist. Like, this family got so much shit.
What is happening?
And you don't hear nothing about his wife.
I didn't know he was married.
Wow.
I thought she died. Doesn't he have a wife who did pass away?
Wow. I don't know. I'm not even touching that.
I thought, let me Google that because I'm not about to be here spewing nonsense.
I'm not touching none of that. And then after you figure that out, there's two very interesting things that I want to bring up. And I'm dying to get your opinion on one of them. But this has been a very interesting conversation so far. Is Joe Biden's wife alive? Is that what you're looking for?
Like, all I did was did Biden's wife die?
Get here?
I don't know, bro. Let's leave it alone. Keep it moving.
You fucking all right. So your two favorite news anchors, Don Lemon and Tucker Carlson, both got fired the same fucking day.
That is crazy.
How crazy
that shit was orchestrated.
Bro.
There's no way.
But when the fucking conspiracy theorists be talking about how all of the news channels are owned by the same people and they're all running the same program and spewing the same shit, y'all give them ammunition. Because how the fuck do you do that? How do you fire two of the biggest news anchors in American history the same day?
Yeah. Same day is crazy.
Tucker Carlson actually rebounded a lot better, which is not surprising because he's white. But, you know, he got his whole show on X now, and he be doing his own thing.
I mean, we knew he was going to do it. I mean, we talked about it a little bit, and we knew that he was going to bounce back. The internet has his back.
Yeah.
He was good. We said he might even start a podcast, and he would be fine.
I think we did say that.
Yeah.
And he, sure enough, is fucking killing it.
There he is.
He's fucking killing
doing his thing.
It's so weird to see him, like, laughing and shit on interviews with, like, Russell Brand and all these people. It's so weird to see him, like, acting like a human now. Where you was just a fucking Muppet.
Well, that's what it is, right? Like he's very much a puppet. He's like a robot, right? He has this shit that he has to spew out, represent this brand, and now he's just doing his own thing where he's allowed to just.
Yo, have you ever watched Succession?
No.
Watch that show. I think it's on HBO. HBO sponsor the Mancave podcast right now because I'm plugging y'all. Succession is a fire ass show. I couldn't make it.
You've told me to watch it a couple times.
Bruh, I couldn't make it through the first episode the first time I tried it, but then I thugged it out, made it through the first episode, and that shit was phenomenal. If you watch the show, it literally shows you in real time how crooked and corrupt and crooked this show, the news is. Like, they basically had talking points for people, and whatever the talking point was, they wanted to push like this particular political person in one way or another.
Yeah. Like,
so if, let's say you owned Johnson & Johnson and y'all wanted your OxyContin to be seen as a decent product and it wouldn't cause harm to babies. You have your little news anchor go out there, say, oh, and I hear OxyContin is wonderful for kids. I just gave my son Johnny a few last night. He's out like a light. Next thing you know, they all buy OxyContin. Johnson & Johnson's profits through the roof. They cutting you a check. Everybody's happy. It's the same shit we see on the news.
Yeah. I'm going to say what somebody on the internet's going to say. Not this guy using a TV show as a reference. It's a TV show, guy.
Yeah. Okay.
No, I know it's very based on real life, right?
Yeah, like
people they hate to admit that.
Like, where do you think these people get their ideas from? You think everybody's just so fucking creative?
Everyone's so creative.
Yeah. You think this is just original ideas? You think that aliens aren't real? All right. Let me just stop it there because I know.
Yikes. Oh, well, we did have aliens. We didn't even talk about that. Is that on the list?
I don't want to talk about it because every time I brought it up, you wasn't interested. So I'm going to just leave it alone.
It's a 2023 recap, though. My interest has nothing to do with it.
All right.
Aliens were revealed to be real, and no one actually gave a fuck. 2023.
Nobody cared.
No one cared.
Nobody cared.
And that just goes to show how miserable we all are in our own lives. That you can tell us that aliens are real. We're not going to care.
Great.
I got bills to pay, motherfucker.
Are we getting another stimulus check? The aliens going to bring that? Are you going to tax them and lighten the fucking load on us?
So that was a thing in 2023. Aliens, no one cared.
I'm going to Cali actually for my birthday, and I'm curious to see if I can see some. Apparently, alien activity is huge on the West Coast.
I'm sure the weather's nice. Why would aliens want to go to the fucking Cali? I guess
They probably like weed.
Yeah, right. They fly light years from another planet to get some weed on Earth.
They got some gas on Earth, bro. I'm about to get fucking fried.
Probably why they're always crashing. They just get fried and crash they shit.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, because if you got that kind of technology, why the fuck else would you be crashing? That sounds stupid. All right, I'm curious to know. This will be the last kind of political thing we talk about. Oh, wait, before I do that, this isn't exactly political. It should have been in pop culture, but you remember the Titanic submarine?
Oh yeah, that was this year. Wow, definitely happened. That had a fucking grip on everybody for a week. And it's crazy because it's only a week, though. It really was a week. Yeah. Everybody was talking about it. Everyone was interested. We had people on social media. There was a countdown until they lost air.
Oh, yeah. That's so disgusting.
It's insane. Like this is the grip that it had on us for a week.
That's actually disgusting.
And then we just left it alone.
Yeah, nobody cared.
But very much, that was an insane story. They had a fucking Logitech controller they was using to control that shit. I'm like, my controller at home costs more than that.
Wow. Yeah, bro. I hope when I have like crazy money that I'm not just so fucking wild.
Bored that you want to take a fucking makeshift submarine down to the Titanic.
Way too adventurous for me. I'll send a camera. Thank you very much. It was wonderful seeing this. You all have a great night.
Yeah, fucking submarine.
Affirmative action, as you know, or you may not know, is apparently X'd.
What is that? I actually don't know.
So basically, black people were getting shit on so bad in this country. They wanted to create a program that would allow black people to get equal opportunity in the workplace.
Okay.
So affirmative action kind of pushed black folks who are applying for jobs to the front of the line. Now that that's gone, we're going to see probably less black folks in like Ivy League schools and prestigious jobs and things like that. So do you think that's a good thing or a bad thing?
So let me just get it straight. You said affirmative action.
Let me not
was
say
getting. Well, we're going to stick with what you're saying, right? Because you do this.
I'm going to walk back minorities.
But you said it gets them, like pushes their name kind of forward.
Yes.
How is that equal? If it's forcing them kind of over these, let's say whites, because
these aren't unqualified people. They're usually just as qualified as
because the argument normally is that they're kind of just trying to check a box as far as diversity goes, and they're not really supposed to really be in the school to get this job, but because they're a certain race or a certain demographic, let's let them in.
Yeah.
But as long as the people that are getting these jobs are qualified for these jobs, that's really all that fucking matters.
I mean, they wouldn't let you into Harvard just based on
They haven't interviewed me yet.
Well, God forbid they watch our last episode with the IQ test. I don't know if they even gonna want to interview you.
Well, it's
all right.
Yeah. They're gonna think maybe we can help this one.
Fuck out of here. All right, let's end it off with gaming. Hogwarts Legacy, hit or miss for you? Did you even play it?
No, and I'm gonna say a miss.
Yep.
Because I had the opportunity to play it, and I just said, nah, I'm okay. Yeah, which, considering, because I'm a huge Harry Potter fan, very much. But it's just
5 years too late.
Yeah, very much.
5 years too late. I feel like if Harry Potter Hogwarts Legacy had come out when my generation was still in their 20s and Harry Potter was still relevant, it'd have been a fucking best-selling game of all time. Not to mention, there's so many other good games that are like real world. Jesus, George. Real world and like interactive in that kind of space, like Skyrim and all these other games.
Yeah.
Hogwarts Legacy just looks like a kind of repeat of some of those other games.
Yeah, and then there's so many other better ones that came out this year.
Yeah.
Right?
Like Starfield.
Okay.
So yes, Starfield's supposed to be this great game.
It was definitely
I didn't play
had some hype behind it before it came out. People, I think they were like advertising it as like thousands of hours of gameplay, right? Like,
Brad, you know they wanted to make this game in 1990, and it took this long for it to be
holy
created.
Shit.
That's like,
how did it perform for that level of fucking taking years of creativity and then execution and then delivering it in 2023? Did it do well?
So IGN gave it 7 out of 10. PC Gamer gave it 75%.
Okay. Nothing crazy.
Audience rating summary is 3.1.
Holy shit.
Out of 3,000 reviews.
So the general population didn't fuck with it?
No.
Well, I mean, that's what happens when the expectations are so high. It's really hard to deliver. That's what happened with Cyberpunk. You know what I mean?
One of the reviews says that it's like basically catering to Americans, and it has American surface level diversity.
Wait, what the fuck does that mean?
Is Bethesda even an American company?
I don't know. USA, baby.
That would be kind of crazy. Is an American video game publisher based in Rockville, Maryland.
So I mean, what do you expect?
We have tunnel vision over on this side, baby. We ain't thinking about the world. The world thinking about us. This is
America. The rest of the world.
Yeah,
circles around us.
America,
baby.
America first is the slogan. You ain't heard? You better get with the motherfucking program.
All right, so then let's talk about Game of the Year.
Baldur's Gate 3.
Baldur's Gate 3. And I was talking to my wife's brother, who I haven't played Baldur's Gate. I was like, why is it Game of the Year? And he was just telling me like it was just so much that you can do in that game. Apparently no two playthroughs are the same.
Really?
Yeah.
So is it kind of like choose your own?
Yeah. So you know D&D, Dungeons and Dragons?
I know Dragon Age.
Well,
I know of Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. So it's based off of like the Dungeons and Dragons world.
Yeah. Okay.
So you create your own world. You create your own decisions. You can talk to anybody and everybody in there. You can do pretty much whatever you want. The only thing that I really know is that you can go to Pound Town with a bear.
What?
Yeah. There's a bear that's going to give it to you hard.
Why would anyone?
Game of the Year.
Why would one want to have interactions with a bear?
It's not about want. It's about curiosity. You know, see what happens.
You do know that's like bestiality, right?
Well, here we are, 2023.
That's disgusting.
I know the game has so much more. I do know that the game has so much more, but that was the only thing that I really knew about it.
I'm gonna go and buy that game. Actually, no. Is this just on PC or is it PS5?
No, it's across all platforms, I believe. Okay. But he was telling me that it was a phenomenal game, and the only game that I can really tell you that I played this year and I fucking loved was Spider-Man 2.
Oh wait. Correction, it's not across all platforms. It's on PS5 and PC. Because Xbox is fucking trash. George.
Wow, Xbox? What you say? I own one.
Yeah, but you always swear by Xbox, and it's time for you to stop.
I don't swear by Xbox. I have all consoles because I'm a gamer.
Okay.
But I don't get to play because I got kids.
But Baldur's Gate has 10 out of 10 on IGN, 97% on PC Gamer.
It's Game of the Year.
Audience rating of 4.3. So the audience just can't be pleased no matter what. So don't base your expectations on that.
But yeah, I mean, that's all I heard is just like the things you can do with that game is unmatched. And then like I was comparing it to Spider-Man 2. I was like, but Spider-Man 2 was such a good game.
Yeah.
But he was like, compared to Baldur's Gate, Spider-Man 2 is a flat game. Like it doesn't offer anything in comparison to what Baldur's Gate is giving.
See, games like that are scary. First, let me say, I've reopened the Pandora's box by playing Skyrim again. And
I told him, and it's funny you bring up Skyrim because when he was describing it, I was like, so very much Skyrim-ish, right? Because Skyrim has
like
an infinite amount of options that you can do, right? So if you talk about a game where no two playthroughs can be the same and you'd pick a different direction. You can do something different, talk to somebody else.
Yeah.
Skyrim.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And he was like very Skyrim-ish, but definitely more
Another
modernized,
level.
right?
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay. Yeah, I've gotta try that out because I enjoy those type of games. But I was gonna say the problem with those type of games are it literally takes your life.
Yeah.
Like you will be there all fucking day trying to make sure you're doing the right thing.
Exactly. And if you're
keeping on the
creating
right
a
path.
storyline, you want to be invested in that storyline.
Exactly.
And that's what I told him. I was like, that's why I'm always going to have some kind of attachment to multiplayer, right? COD multiplayer, whatever it is. Because if I get the kids to sleep and I convince the wife to let me hop on for an hour or two, I want to just kill some time, enjoy my time playing, and not really be invested in a story where who knows when the next time I'm going to be able to hop on a week or two and then try to remember where I left off.
What the fuck? You got to have a journal.
Yeah, and that's and that's very much a me problem because I have kids. Like I can't hop on as much as I want. But that's when I'm like, Baldur's Gate might be amazing, but that won't be a game that I can enjoy because I don't have the time to invest into it.
And this is the part of the episode where all the guys will get depressed. Like, fuck.
I'm growing up. That's the problem with GTA 6.
Responsibilities.
GTA 6 is going to come out, and I don't know how I'm going to find the time to play it because God, I have fucking family.
But you're going to make it a priority.
I'll figure it out. I'll quit my job.
Yeah. Yo, it's funny you mentioned Spider-Man because I was thinking as I was writing this, I was like, okay, what are some of like the other big games that were nominated for Game of the Year? And some of the ones that I saw all are old fucking games, just repurposed.
Remastered.
Yeah, remastered. Super Mario, Spider-Man, Zelda, all basically in that bracket for Game of the Year.
Yeah.
So do you feel like? I feel like we've touched on this before, maybe just off camera. Like games now lack originality. Like we can't see too many fresh games. We got to like keep getting the same shit chewed up and spit out at us.
Yeah, because we're all suckers for like familiar shit.
Nostalgia.
Right. Yeah. Right. Like we want to feel at home. We want to be comfortable.
Yeah.
So when you throw Zelda at somebody that played the original, like, yeah, I'm going to fucking want to play Zelda.
Even Baldur's Gate is the third edition, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then you compare it to Dungeons and Dragons that has such a deep following. It's like, oh, so it's attached to that? Yeah, I'll play it.
Yeah.
People are going to play what they know. And if you play something you don't know,
you might be surprised. What the fuck?
It's going to be a 75%, it's going to be Starfield.
After you spend hundreds of millions of dollars making it, yeah. I mean, I think
it's always the safe bet. It's the same thing in movies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's why we constantly get sequels. That's why we get constantly remakes. Original movies, people are saying, just don't do well. Like unless it's made by a Quentin Tarantino or maybe a Scorsese type movie. It's like if it's not a very popular director and it's an original idea, not going to make numbers.
Okay, I'll push back a little bit. Jordan Peele, Get Out.
Yeah, but he's established himself at this point.
Yeah, at this point, but Get Out was his like breakout moment,
and he's an
anomaly. You feel
yeah,
like?
he's not the rule.
He's an
right?
exception. Okay,
that movie did well because it was a good movie, and then
that's not the first thing you was gonna say, but all right.
What was I gonna say?
Black people.
That movie it drew in everybody, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It catered to the blacks and it catered to the whites.
Oh my God.
But then also I have my issues with Jordan Peele for sure. He's not as good as everybody claims he is.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. Guess we're gonna have to unpack why you hate black people in another episode.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Ain't gonna be this one. Yeah, but I don't know. I guess you're right. And it's just weird to think about it. Like, why is it that in 2024, basically, we have to play it safe with these movies? Like, aren't we making enough money from the games or, the videos, the movies? Are we making enough from these products that we can afford to take a fucking risk?
I guess. I mean, you would think, but the problem is like when you take those risks, it's like, do you really want to take that gamble? If I have the choice of A or B, right? A being go down a path that I know is going to make me money, or B, take a risk where I can lose money. It's like most people are going to choose A.
Okay, but you chose B. You started the podcast.
And that's because I'm a risk taker. But then you have like movies like Wes Craven, you know, or what's his other, the fucking guy who did Asteroid City. I forget the director, Wes Anderson. It's like that guy is well known, but his movies are all original.
Okay.
And they make no money.
Yeah, because I've never heard of.
Yeah. And his cast is usually fucking amazing. It's usually stacked, but they make no money. And the idea when they make these movies is that they're going to make no money. We hear a lot of people, I think Edward Norton talked about being in a Wes Anderson movie, talking about like he didn't get paid for that movie really. Like it was more of a favor because they make these movies knowing it's not going to make money.
Yeah.
Because it's an original idea and his name is not that big to pull in people.
Are they good movies?
They're okay.
Okay, that's the problem.
That is the issue.
That's the problem. If they were good movies, it wouldn't matter if the intention was, we're not going to make money.
So,
because you would make money.
We're talking movies, 2023. What's your favorite movie of 2023? Spider-Man? The animated John?
Spider-Man?
Across the Spider-Verse?
It might have been. I didn't see a lot of great movies this year. You were right.
Lackluster year.
You were right. Spider-Man might have been the best movie that I've seen this year.
Yeah. We were talking off screen. I think that was mine.
Was it really?
Yeah, well, that was mine. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. I thought it was so well done.
I thought it was really good.
Really entertaining.
The first one was really good as
well.
Yeah.
And it carried over, built upon itself. You know what I mean? But I watched Godzilla -1. Phenomenal fucking movie.
I want to see that now that you said that.
I recommend it 100%.
Yeah. When did it come out? Did that just come out?
December 1st or some shit like that. So it just came out almost a month ago.
Okay.
But it was just did everything right. Godzilla was used as a tool in that movie and not really the focus, which is weird to think about. But when you take your time to develop the characters outside of Godzilla, it's like it worked.
Okay. Without spoiling too much for people who haven't seen it yet, is there like another character in it, like a Godzilla type character that kind of helps the movie? Like, okay, wow.
Yeah, Godzilla is the only kaiju, as that, you know what they call it in the movie. There's like no Mothra or whatever. You know what I mean?
Wow, damn, I'm surprised.
Yeah, like I recommend anybody watch that movie. I think it's movie of the year for me. But look, to finish off, 2024. What are your 2024 predictions? What do you see in your bingo card of crazy shit popping off in 2024?
Well, we know for sure Jada Pinkett is on there.
She's gonna come back swinging
every year.
Do we think Will's gonna make a swing back?
I think 2024 is the year that Will snaps the fuck out.
You think he has a breaking point?
I think he slaps 3 people this year.
3? Is Jada one of them?
Hell no. He's gonna triple
His
up.
head will fall off as soon as that fucking...
No, fuck no. She gonna shed her skin and turn into some fucking celestial
Are we gonna find
being.
out that Jada's Tupac the whole time?
We're gonna find out Jada's actually an alien and she's been torturing him.
We have an election year coming up.
Yeah, Trump's gonna win.
Do you expect? I'm thinking 2 riots in the year 2024.
Yeah.
You know, like this country gets emotional. We do our thing. People get crazy in the streets. I'm expecting a couple riots in 2024. It's an election year. I can expect nothing less.
I think people really underplayed how bad the election was, or even leading up to the election with the riots and all of that shit.
It was a bad...
shit was kind of scary.
2020 was insane. You had families that stopped talking to each other.
Yep.
This country was never more divided.
Yeah.
And I expect nothing less in 2024. My people of US of A.
And God forbid COVID makes another return. It's gonna add fuel to the fire.
All right. So New York has combated toxic air, rats, water. Do they fight another element this year, and how?
Yeah, they're about to have the worst blizzard in fucking 100 years in January. Ice.
Keep your head up, New York.
Oh, man. Y'all better get a Timberland suit. You got every fucking thing else Timberland.
Right. The boots, really.
They got boots, hats, jackets. You have to get a whole bodysuit.
You know what did pop in the news, I think, today is Vin Diesel has a sexual assault allegation against him.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Was it against family?
Hilarious. Oh shit. No, but apparently it was like this thing. Like it was a woman like 13 years ago. Something happened.
13.
And I don't know the whole story. I just know that there's an allegation against him now.
What's the correlation here? Was the first Fast movie 13 years ago?
No, it was in 2001.
Okay. Well,
No.
I'm on to something.
You're not.
Bear with me, conspiracy theorists.
Like,
I got y'all. I'm going to
when did
figure
Paul
it out.
die? Paul Walker died. Wait. What did he do? Are we going to get crazy?
You're about to go down this dark hole, bruh.
Wait.
It wasn't 13 years ago. It couldn't have been.
Yeah, maybe like... No. It's about 11 about to be.
11 years? Wow.
He died November 30th, 2013.
Damn, that's been a long time.
So at the end of next year, it'll be 11 years, yeah.
13.
But yeah, 13 years ago, some shit happened. Vin Diesel, at least he got his movies out. But yeah,
That shit
2024.
ain't about to matter because the biggest news of the year was Jonathan Majors going to jail. We talked about that in a previous episode. He hasn't gone to jail yet, but he's going. And Marvel's basically canceling him out. And I feel like if Vin Diesel goes to jail, they're going to do the same shit to him.
Who is Groot?
Anybody?
Yeah, literally.
The fuck? I could be Groot.
I have
My
said
dog
this.
could be Groot.
Vin Diesel is the greatest con artist in
Of all
Hollywood.
time, bruh.
My man hopped in and was like, yo, Iron Giant, I don't really got to say a lot. You going to pay me the big bucks? Bet. Groot, I don't got to
He
say
was
a lot.
the Iron Giant?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Groot, I don't got to say a lot. You keep giving me these checks. Bet. Fast and Furious, I'm making bad movies that make billions. Bet. Greatest con artist in Hollywood. And that's why he doesn't, like, The Rock don't fuck with him because The Rock's trying to be the greatest con artist. But he's only fighting for second place.
Bruh. I feel like The Rock actually puts in work.
He has 12 movies every year. You know what is the weirdest thing of 2023? The Rock was viewed as people hated The Rock for a couple months.
Do you remember why?
It was just like, people were like, oh, like it was almost like his narcissism was spewing through. People were like, oh.
Hawaii caught fire.
Him and Oprah were caught on, that's another thing.
Asking for donations.
Yeah.
And it turns out that he and Oprah own probably more land than the fucking government in Hawaii.
Really? Is that what it
Yeah.
is? So they were like,
Yeah.
yo, give us money to protect our shit.
Exactly.
Yikes.
Exactly. When they were like, oh, motherfucker, you could just give up some of the land you got and help the people.
Yeah. So The Rock was a bad guy for a little while. People stopped fucking with him. And then it was Brendan Fraser making a comeback this year too with The Whale. People fucking love Brendan Fraser. And then it came out like,
Remind me who Brendan.
he was The Mummy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to him?
So there's a whole fucking backstory with him. Apparently, he came out with a story where he was sexually assaulted a while ago.
Was it by Terry Crews?
And because he came out and tried to like tell people that this happened, he got like blackballed.
So it doesn't just happen to women.
Yeah, and so he's been fighting uphill to try to kind of get back. And this year he did a good job. I think last year he had The Will come out. He won an Oscar for it. So he's making a comeback, and people were like weirdly connecting that to The Rock because it kind of happened immediately after The Mummy 2, where him and The Rock played in the same movie together.
Wait. So are you trying to say that The Rock
Sexually assaulted Brendan
him?
Fraser? I don't know what to tell
Are you serious?
Thank you for coming.
Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
No, but there's a whole thing. Like there's a whole lot going on with The Rock. That's not the first time that he's made a movie with somebody. And then shortly after, that person had like a weird fall off where
What
they're
was the
not
first
making
time?
movies. Brendan Fraser is the biggest one.
Okay.
But I know that there's been other ones. I just have to do some research. in order to-
Allegedly.
Yeah, let's say that.
Yeah.
But hey, it's the end of the year. 2024.
Gang.
Coming here. Bars.
Yo, seriously, we appreciate you. If you watched this episode, if you made it to this fucking far, and I'm not just talking about today, like you survived one of the wildest years we've ever had, we appreciate you. We appreciate you supporting the podcast. Like, comment, subscribe. Share it with somebody you love. Make sure you tune in next week because we're coming right back at you with some more shit.
Next week is a new year.
Next new year.
And it worked for me last time. I'm gonna do it again. We had an episode earlier this year. We talked about the fear of failure and some other things. And one of the conversations me and you had on that episode was like me pursuing like weight loss, right? And I went on this journey that I did. It changed a lot about myself. I lost 55 pounds this year. Kind of been on the lackluster of it in the last couple months. Holidays are rough, right? Jumping right back into it, starting January. I'm not an alcoholic, but I do like to drink. So one of the goals, one of the goals that I'm giving myself, and I'm not gonna drink until I hit my weight goal of 220.
Okay, where are you at now?
I'm at 255.
Okay,
I started at 310. So once I hit 220, I'll have a drink. Until then,
that'll work for you because I'm not going to drink all of January except around January 21st. So.
I don't believe you.
We'll see.
My man didn't have a drink for a week, starting getting headaches.
Dead ass. We love y'all. Peace.